Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to Philly Talk. Another episode of Philly Talk. We about to get into it. We have another person from the city of Philadelphia who's also a family member. And we're going to get into it. We're going to give her a chance, Nina, to tell her story. And we're going to give her a chance to tell the amazing and wonderful things that she is doing right out of this, straight out of Philly.
Yes.
But before we get into it, if anybody's seen the commercial that came on the introduction to the show, make sure y'all take advantage of that OG Network promo code OG Network 26, and therefore you get a 15% discount off of any purchase of $35 or more. That's OG Network 26. You get a 15% discount off of anything that you purchase, $35 or more. They make wonderful hair care products. I use it. They make wonderful skincare products. I use it. And they make wonderful candles. I'm burning it. But let's get on with the show. Ant, you get to say what you're going to say, and then Nina, we're going to get right into you and let you tell your story.
Cool.
Yeah, welcome everybody. How y'all doing today? This is Ant Like the Bug, bringing y'all another show here on Philly Talk. Everybody's family, but we actually been bringing family on. It's like blood relative family. But it's,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Just to let you know, but the good uniqueness about it is we get to learn what she really do. You know what I mean? This young lady here holds a special part in my heart. She always been beautiful. She always been beautiful in and out, always respected. She was my cousin, but she always treated me like I was her uncle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, always respected me so hard. She's such a beautiful person with a beautiful heart. And for further ado, Nina, and she's an adult, y'all. And I was like, so yeah, but this is my cousin Nina, and she introduced herself from here. Yep.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm really honored to be here to be able to tell my story authentically. I've been on a couple podcasts to where as though this story has been twisted, and I feel very safe to be able to tell it here so people can hear it the way it's supposed to be heard, you know? So, yes, heavy on the grown. I have a birthday in 2 weeks where we'll be 37, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Birthday month going. So, but
So you said 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks, January 18th.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And
and over there doing the math.
I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't.
Okay, at the end of the year. Okay, I was trying to count it up, but go ahead. You good stuff.
Yeah, like you said, it was calculated.
I seen his head like.
Yeah. So,
damn. Yeah, like that.
So close, but no cigar.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, guys. So, introducing myself to the audience. My name is Naima Catherine Gittins. I am spiritually known as Nina. I am the founder and owner of Express Spiritually, which I birthed back in December of 2022. The purpose and goal of Express Spiritually is to help and assist individuals on their spiritual development as well as personal development, and in coaching them through traumas to get them on the other side, because as we know, that is a very hard thing to do. A lot of times we, especially in our community, in our culture, we tend to think that we can do it on our own. We tend to think that it's only an individual concept and not a group concept. However, we kind of forget the generational trauma that we not only, we have to kind of push through, but then we still have to live our own personal lives. So the things that you may go through on a daily basis, because a lot of people, like for instance, I've met, oh, I don't have no trauma. Yeah, but your mother do, you know? So it's like you're not just getting through life for yourself, you're getting through life to heal the past and to grow for the future, you know? So, and that's where I step in. I have associates and my bachelor's in psychology, behavioral health, and science. I am certified with life coaching and other certificates such as Reiki and energy healing. I just love to learn, right? So where the foundation of my story started from was, I guess as we in the spiritual community would like to call a spiritual awakening was 10 years ago, approximately 10 or 11 years ago, I didn't understand how, excuse my language, deep my shit was, right? So, and I went through a moment to where I lost a very, very important person in my life and family, you know. So my cousin Eddie was murdered, and he was murdered at work. And during that time, I wasn't only grieving him, but he was definitely the cherry on top to the grievance that I was kind of ignoring, that I was currently going through. So I was in a relationship that wasn't healthy, very toxic, very abusive. I had 4 children that I'm carrying on my own and just taking care of. So I was living a very robotic life. You wake up, do a 7 to 7. I'm going to school. You paying. I was breathing to live. I'm not eating. There was nothing healthy about me. I was on like autopilot. I didn't know if I was sleeping. I didn't know if I was awake. Who knew, right? But the moment I lost my cousin was the moment I woke up, oddly enough, you know? And within that week, out of nowhere, I was so numb. And anything, my body could have been on fire and I wouldn't have cared, you know? So within that week, I literally dropped everything, including my kids' dad. You gotta go. I got out of it. It took me 11 years to get out of that relationship. And after that, it only took a week, you know? I'm like, you gotta go. This is I'm like, who knew that that's all that had to happen, you know? But he had to go. So, and I never turned around I never turned around yet. I finished school within that year. That was a really hard year because I'm like, how am I going to do this? But again, everything was numb. So I'm just moving, you know? And I'm moving with understanding. I'm moving with curiosity. I'm moving with the unknown, not caring about the unknown. And even with that movement, by the time the end of that year came by, my life was completely different than the years prior to. Is he coming back on? It just locked. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Let's ignore it. Keep going. Don't worry about it.
Okay, what happened? So my life just looked completely different because the thing was, you know, with my cousin Eddie, he was in here. Like that was the person he's the only person at that time that knew me authentically. I was able to, I didn't have to wear a mask. I didn't have to be the responsible person around him. He didn't need me for anything. I didn't have to do any favors for his love. He loved me completely unconditional. So like there was no wrong, there was no right. It was just, I just existed around him, you know? And because he understood that, you know, my kid's father wasn't acting appropriately as far as the things that he should have been doing, not only for the children, but for me and supporting the things that I needed to do as a mother to the children and as the father who had a family of 5, you know, because including me at the time, my cousin, he just dropped everything. It was like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. Down to taking the kids to school, picking them up, you know, dinner. While I'm at school, he got them. He just jumped in, you know? So that was a big loss, like, you know. So, and after that, I'm like, oh man, where I'm gonna go for my, you know, for my sanctuary.
Yeah.
And that's where I
Yeah,
understood, you know what I mean? That's how I understood seeking guidance from God is very different than seeking guidance from God within other people. So it didn't have to come,
Yeah.
it wasn't supposed to come from outside of me. It had to come from inside of me,
Within.
internally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those were one of the darkest moments of my life. Like, you know, would anybody around me have known? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They wouldn't have known. Like, you know, of course, we talk in mental health, we talk about suicidal ideations, all of that. I didn't want to be here. Take me out. Like, you know, so, you know, I'm not eating, I'm not doing any of that crap at the, you know, and then I made the conscious decision. I was like, well, you know, as mothers, how we do, it's like, well, if I go, who's taking care of the kids? Because I didn't have any support. There is no support, you know, it's just me. Because with my family, everyone looks to me for the answers, the support, the resources, the money, the knowledge. I am the foundation for everybody, right? So now that the foundation has crumbled, where does the foundation go? I don't go anywhere. I just gotta crumble, right? So and I was a woman with a big ego, big pride, you know, and just following from what I've seen with the women in my family, we don't ask anybody for anything. You put a pretty face on and you walk out the door. You know what I mean? Don't let
And you
nobody
ain't
know
got a
what's going on
problem
in
with
your
that.
house.
Nor did your
Yes,
grandma, nor did your mom, right?
right? You know, so but asking for help was very alien like. It was like it felt like I'm outside of my body, like, you know. So, you know, I'm struggling and it's just me dealing with everything. I end up stumbling on my own mentor. It was a young lady, very wise, around the same age, but wise beyond her years. And that's when my own spiritual path kind of blossomed, right? So I always knew that I was a woman of faith. I just didn't understand how deep my faith was, you know? So it was more so as a kid, more so me running away from the churches, me running away from, you know, I was always the one who had my own mind. Like if it didn't make sense, it didn't make sense. I'm not just going to conform because you said so.
Right.
Prove it.
Right.
Show me. Teach me.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and if you're not making sense, I'm walking away from you. You know, and as a kid, I'm asking adults, I'm like, hey, explain Resurrection Day to me. And they like, read verse. No, nigga, explain it. I don't want to read a verse. You know? So, and I'm like, I don't nobody have an answer for me. This is psychotic, you know? And I'm going into these churches and they forcing me to put $50 in a bucket. $50 for what? I didn't learn nothing. What I'm paying for, you know. So I was just like, somebody got to teach me, right? So afterwards, when I finally found this woman mentor, and it was just allowing, she just showed me how to be able to honor myself, you know, honor my body as my temple, my home as my temple, my mind as my temple, my soul as my temple. And I was able to find God within myself. So whatever my it gave me the affirmation of whatever I defined my God is, what, you know, is, and how my relationship with him is, it's mine. You know, I don't have to prove it to the next man. I don't have to show it to the next man. I don't have to conform to ideologies and theories that I don't understand just for the fuck of society, you know? I didn't have to do all of that.
Right.
I just had to be me, and being me was good enough, right?
Yeah.
And so walking those walks and learning my own, it allowed me to learn who I truly was. And it was so amazing because while I'm doing all of that, mind you, now 5-6 years then passed. Granted, my relation, and it was so funny because my relationships that I was having, we talk about relationships that I was having within my own family, my close knit relation, like, you know, touching hand, they right there, close knit relationships. I don't know these niggas. I'm like, who was you? Like, they look unfamiliar. Oh no, y'all! Like, you know, this shit is looking weird. So it was just like I just gotta still stay on my path. You know what I'm saying? And that's when trauma started bubbling up, man. And I was like, I didn't know, because you know, as a kid, you know, I was the only girl at that time. Well, you guys know, I was the only girl at that time. It's nothing but men, because I was born in a generation. Now, in the generation after me, that's when the girls started coming. Right. But the generation before me, it's nothing but men. Like, you know, so I was in between learning how men move and also being, I could only learn how men move, how do you say, subjectively. That's it. So, but knowing how they move, like, as far as like education and intimate, objectively, like really knowing the ins and outs, they kept me in a bubble. Yeah, they kept me in a bubble. Oh, Nina, you too innocent for this. Nina, you too innocent for it. Well, you know what? That got my innocent ass messed up. Like,
yeah, I only did that
myself. You know,
I did that because I said once you said that part, I said, "Oh my God, I see where this is going."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we trying to keep you from the bones. You know how it is. You're such a sweet person because, you know, I watched from your grandma. Your grandma, that was my aunt.
Yes.
And my uncle left early from drinking and stuff like that. And your grandmom had to deal with 2 children that was having a muscular atrophy, SMA, spinal muscular atrophy. It's almost kind of like muscular dystrophy type of vibe. And she had to carry him. She had to do it all by herself. You know what I'm saying? To have to do this. So you've watched that. And the saddening thing is, out of the 4, your mom became, and her 40s kind of caught up with her situation. It kind of debilitated her.
And then I took care of her.
But yes, and I know you have. You know what I mean? I know you have. And so to watch you go through all of that, and as you said, like, I didn't even think about the fact that how much responsibilities was left on you. You know what I mean? Especially until you express it now. Eddie Cabbage in Philadelphia, people know him as Eddie Cabbage or Uncle Eddie. So if anybody on here, this is what you're talking about. Eddie Barksdale. Wonderful heart, yo. Wonderful heart. And anybody that met him, and he actually got shot by a homeless person that he was offering help to.
That he was helping.
So he was helping.
Yeah, I don't know, you know how me and Eddie was real cool. We went to school together.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
and I would love to hear some stories offline. Please don't ever be shy to share any stories.
Yeah, we went to Cook Junior High together. So I know you know. We went to Cook together, so we went to.
Yeah, which was funny because Eddie was on your grandma's side family, and he lived down there in Erie Avenue with us. So we grew up knowing him and Brad. And what was your cousin? Wait a minute, Marcus. And we knew Eddie, Marcus, and Brad. And we grew up with them down there. So when we found out they was related, we like, huh?
How that happened?
That's our cousin. Yeah, we was like, how that happened? And and it's been spectacular since then. But go ahead. I love the fact that what you got into, because this walk is different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the walk is where this is at. Like, I see the walk right now. Oh, I'm sorry.
God rest his soul, but I was Eddie's muscle.
Yes, please. See, thank you.
I was a protector.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what we know.
Yeah, if he
I
run
was
around,
too,
like,
but Eddie really had a good
Ron,
heart.
no, Ron was
Mhm.
ain't nobody mess with you. Ron was around.
Yeah, Eddie was like that though.
Yeah, but
Eddie was
cool.
like that because he wasn't about violence. He wasn't about trying to,
Nope.
Eddie was just funny.
he wasn't about that. So that was the thing. Like I can see him being shot by the guy and saying, and if he got survived, he'd be like, "Yo, why you shoot me, dude?
What you do
You ain't
that
have to
for?
do that.
You couldn't
Yeah,
talk?
why you do that, bro? You
Yeah.
couldn't do that. Like, yeah,
Eddie
like,
was just
I
funny.
can see him plainly with the bullets in his body. I can see him laying on the ground and saying that to the dude. That was just how the type of person he was. Because, like, if any of us would have been there, we'd have been defended him. Like, it was so many people after that guy that it was ridiculous. That's why they didn't even really put his name out there, because Eddie has been good to so many people.
So too many.
You know
people.
what I'm saying? I mean, so this
Everybody
fruit of
was
the heart.
crazy.
So yes. So that was like such a hit in the city. He wasn't no drug dealer, he wasn't no killer, he wasn't no gangster, he wasn't none of that.
Nothing.
And everybody respected him and just loved him. Just loved him. You know what I mean?
Because he will love on you, your kids, your mother. You meet him one time and he'll be family forever.
Yup. They started calling him uncle. You know what I'm saying? My kids started calling him uncle. They're like, Uncle Eddie. I'm like, who? I'm saying?
Yeah. Uncle Eddie Cabot.
Everybody was calling him uncle. People that was older than him started calling him uncle. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay. I'm like, Eddie. I'm saying.
That's all. It was catchy.
But I got it. He was that. He just that special.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think that has a lot to do with your going your journey that you had to cross all of those perseverance of all that stuff that had happened. Because like you said, as a woman, like you said, the woman's strength, I know where that come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know where that come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get it. Like, like
keep right going.
Yeah, like watching my, and then my mom is a tough cookie. Like she's a man in a woman body. Like, my mom have like big pride. Like, she'll punch you in your neck and smile at you at the same time. Like, so like she's real rough. So so but but at the same time, my grandmother raised me. My mom had me at 16. My dad was, I don't know. 19, I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not that quick with math. But
right.
My grandmother, my grandmother stepped in and she did the best that she could do with a house full of kids and, like you said, 2 disabled children. And it's crazy because even though she had, like, now that I'm a mother at my age with everything I'm going on, I still look back and say, how? With her. How? Like, girl, you okay? That's why I do everything in my power to my capacity to be there for her. Like y'all see, anytime you see her, you see me. Like, you know what I mean? What do you need? What do you want? Like, you know what I mean? You already put the grit in the iron. Lay down, because now that I am where I am, I see you. You're so transparent. I see you, so, and, and God has graced me enough to be able to be there for her at the capacity that I'm able to do that. Right. So, I'm very grateful for her because, my mom was young, she was out there, but my truth of the matter with my parents is I had a mother who was emotionally and sometimes physically unavailable. It is what it is. Right, but I had a father who was physically unavailable, who was physically just not there. That nigga was like double dutch. He jumped in, jumped out whenever he felt like it. But I love them both the same. And like now that I'm where I am, consciously and spiritually, we all human. I now don't hold much against them. I now don't. But boy, oh boy, talk to me 5 years ago. I'd be like, right? I would have a song for them.
I remember a little bit.
You look so much like your mom, right? I'm laughing because, and I know you remember this when your mom and we were younger.
Yeah.
And when we used to, on 11th Street is where Grandpa everybody used to come there years ago. And when your mom them would come over, all of our friends and stuff was always trying to talk to your mom them because they was, they was so nice looking. I'm like, no, you can't talk to my cousin. No, you can't talk to my. And I was just laughing like, I said, man, we doing that with the whole neighborhood.
She was nice back then. She wasn't mean like she is now. She was nice back then. But you know what? Like you said, the traumas that she had to deal with, because like she always had a problem walking. But as kids, we didn't understand, right? We didn't understand what it was. So it probably was always in her mind, when is this going to happen to me? When is it going to happen to me? When is it going to happen to me? Now you live through all that and then get in your 40s and then become debilitated and having to rely on things that you never had to rely on. You've been waiting for this, but at the same time, you still wasn't prepared for what it had for you.
You're so right, because that's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And then she said when she was younger, she would tell, grandmother and, the caregivers that was around, like, hey, something wrong, but they never believed her because they were like, because she said that the doctors, when, grandmother finally took her to the doctors, okay, there's something wrong. But because her progression wasn't as intense as Uncle Buzz and Aunt Kathy's, they told grandmother, and she's the baby. They told grandmother, oh, no, nothing's wrong. She's just mimicking her siblings. So she got ignored.
Wow. I never knew that.
Yeah, she got ignored.
I never knew that.
She got ignored. And then she used to get chastised for being too slow. She,
Yeah, I remember, because she said to take a break. Yeah, we used to take a walk and she'd take a break. She'd just take a few steps, take a break, and you'd be standing there like, all right, you good? But I understood it back then because, like I said, we was young, and I always had to be one of the people that had to carry Kathy, carry Buddy. And then like I told them, I was a single kid for a minute. So I was over everybody's house. You know what I mean? That was just added on to everybody else's house. So I was able to jump around at everybody's house, spend nights and weekends and go to learn them and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do remember your moms like that. You know what I mean? And that's why I was able to understand where she was at. Because I don't know if you remember, but me and you had a conversation. And that was about 5 or 6, 7 years ago. And you was a little bitter about something with your mom. You remember that, right? And me and you start talking.
That motherfucker. I'm sure. Yeah. I couldn't stand her ass. I told you, if you would have talked to me 5 years ago, I would have had something for you. But
and when I said what I said to you, it came to you though. That's what was so lady about you and so spiritual about you. You had it in you, but you didn't really understand it until, like you said, until you was into your realm. And now you understand it, like you talked about. Maybe I don't have no trauma, but I might have got traumas from my parents. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some of the trauma is raised traumas because it's a thing that you got from your one child and took to the next childhood to the next childhood. And sometimes you got to break that vow. You know what I'm saying? But you was able to withstand it, then understand it. You never had to really shake it up. You was like, wow, I came to an understanding. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then like you said, then I got to a second understanding with your grandma where you was like, wait a minute. I think she was doing this shit because I got kids and I don't know what I would do if 2 of the kids is this and the third one was that. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine.
Can't imagine. And that's how I count my blessings. That's how my grandmother, my mom, they be having they stuff with them, but I count my blessings because who doesn't have a flaw?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I would take them over something worse any day. Because my mom still loves me. My grandmother still loves me. I can still talk to them today. And there's a lot of people that can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So I count my blessings in those ways. So it'll be remiss of me to still hold my mom's mistakes and my grandmother's mistakes against them. And I'm still out here fucking up. What the hell?
Right.
Like, messing up. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I got a potty mouth.
No,
you know what I mean?
This was we do. Unscripted. This is what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, but and I'm not, and it's just, and but I hold myself to my own standards. I criticize myself. I do my own corrections, like you say, because I have people behind me, and those people behind me are going to grow more people. And I'm understanding where our generation is coming from. So like and where we go from. Yeah, exactly. So like I'm just starting to see the comments. I'm like, oh, where that been?
Yeah.
But
some of it you just kind of got to ignore because that's the trollers, they don't read rooms, but
yeah, I'm like what? I'm like, okay. But so and I'm understanding I'm it's still growing with understand. I'm only 30. Well, I'll be 37. I'm only 36. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Say your business too, yo. Say your businesses too, because I wanted to also be, you know what I'm saying, and your businesses that you got. I also want you to repeat that on here. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure, Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, while we in the space to state my business, I teach this to my clients. You know what I mean? I teach them about generational curses. I teach them about and about understanding them. I teach them about where they are currently in their energy. I teach them about understanding their culture, their ethics, ideologies. I teach them about detoxing their nervous system, you know what I mean? And what that will or what that may look like. So, and a lot of times, and because this has come from, I teach them from personal experiences, not just educational. So, because, institutions can just teach us about certain histories and research and statistics and most likely
and
life.
illnesses, right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But your best teacher is life.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So because when you read the books there, and a lot of the books that's written is from the majority of white men. I don't know them. They don't got shit to do with me. Like, you know what I mean? That's not where my ancestors come from. Like, so I don't care what Billy, Jerry, and Tom went through in their mental health.
Yeah.
Tell me about
when they put us through it. Yeah, they the ones that put us through it. Right.
Yeah. Right. Like why Christopher come get my people? Tell me that. Like so, I teach them about understanding their blood type. I teach them about making sure, like, because we all don't have. I teach them about eating healthy, but for them, somebody's going to look at something on TV and be like, "Oh, that look good because it worked for somebody else." Okay, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. You know what I mean? Because again, your body is your temple. What's going to bring you closer to your God?
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody asked. I'm sorry. Somebody asked, "What is your channel?" Joyce. That's Joyce. She's one of our she's one of our people that ride. So go ahead. So
Yes. My channel on YouTube and all social platforms is Express Spiritually. It's actually in my tag. That's just my website. But even if you go to my website, you will find all my channels and all my social links. Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And then it's two of them. The other one is Nina Please, but I can put that in the chat. But that's if you go to Express Spiritually, you're gonna hit everything. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is, it's funny. Like I mean, when you start talking about being strong and having to carry this weight and carry that weight, and everybody just kind of, and just real quick, I remember someone asked me, they was like, "Man, every time I turn around, somebody's always asking you for some information, this, that, and that." And they like, and they said to me, they was like, who do you go to? This is what they asked. They said, who do you go to? Like, I see, you talk about this and somebody asks you maybe for help, rather it's financially or rather it's information, business. Like, where do you go to? Who do you go to? I said, first of all, I go straight to God. I mean, that's just me personally. I said, I go to God. And I said, and you got to understand is, I said, but I remember one of the conversations that I had, it's just me talking to God, because I want to say this and I want to let you keep go back to is that the first thing I learned from one of the valuable things I learned from God was this, is that don't be having unrealistic expectations on people.
Yes.
and not and when you look at yourself and you look at somebody, when you start to put unrealistic expectations on other people, what you're doing is you're trying to elevate yourself above them, and you're not, because you're trying to hold them accountable for stuff, but you're not holding yourself accountable.
And you're
for it.
running away from yourself.
Right. And so what
Yep.
I ended up having to do was I had to, again, like you said, self-correct. I had to check Ronnie. Like I had to check myself. And this was years ago. And this is not something that happened overnight, but it took me years ago. And I said, before I start looking at somebody else, I need to learn how to hold myself accountable 100%. And that don't mean you don't see the flaws in other people. That's not what it means. You have a different outlook of the flaw. Meaning, if you see that there's a way for you to help the flaw, because you know that person can do better, and if they ask you for help, then you know you have a better, clear indication of how to help the flaw.
Right.
Because now you are open spiritually for God to give you the information, for you to deliver the information to them to help the flaw. In reality, they see you, but they don't realize it's really just God working through you to help them to see the flaw. Because guess what? You opened yourself up to see all the flaws here.
Exactly. Allow myself to get
It doesn't mean you're unflawed. What it means is that the more you open yourself up to accountability, I look at it like this. I remember they said, confess your faults one to another, right? Now, most of us are quick to say, I'm not giving nobody all my business.
Yep.
I'm not telling all my business.
Yep.
I don't want nobody in my business.
Yeah.
What they don't understand about the real purpose behind confessing your faults one to another is that if there is something demonic that is trying to attack you, the first thing it's going to do is make you feel embarrassed about something.
Yep. Shame.
But if you're open and you reveal all your flaws and all your faults, you take away its power to use it as an ammunition to try to destroy you. Because most of us, we're afraid of embarrassment.
Right.
And that's what ends up happening. I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to let you go back, but I just kind of
but that's good.
Kind of confirm what you're saying from what my own personal experience. That's all. But go ahead.
No, you hit it. You hit what they say. You hit the nail on the head. The devil's worst fear is somebody's confidence within themselves, because he understands how it's God's source. You know, and the best way to do that is to allow yourself to be transparent. Like, you know what I mean? So and I don't have no problem now. I do have discernment in who I share what with. Because we do have tricks. You understand?
Right.
And I do have discernment in who's pulling after my energy and what their agenda may be for.
Right.
Because not everybody have access. You can see me, but you will not have access. Right? But I do not have any, but I do not have any, or if I do feel like someone's asking me something, and like you said, I feel the feeling of shame, embarrassment, or guilt, I'm pretty sure I'm going to tell you just to challenge myself, not giving a damn about what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you because I want to share with you. I'm telling you because I'm challenging myself, because I just felt something in myself. Right?
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Why I'm feeling this? Let me say it out loud, because where the hell this just came from, right?
Right. Yeah,
so and what a lot of people, because again, dealing with like how I say dealing with like the trickster energies, because growing up and having to have different types of relationships with men, trying to date, and finding myself and who am I romantically, platonically, or whatever, because I am, or because I was a nice person, right? I was naive. I was green. I didn't he liked me. Oh my God. I didn't see my beauty for what it truly was. I never saw it, right? They could tell me anything. Hey, baby, I'll buy you a blue diamond ring. Really? I'm there. Like, I didn't know. I was watching Disney Channel. I want to live like the princesses. I didn't know you was lying. Why would you lie to me? I don't know you, nigga. Like, I understand it. Like, you know, so
Yeah.
it didn't make sense to me until it started making
Yeah.
sense.
Oh,
So,
my goodness.
you know, just navigating through those, I gained experience in understanding
Mhm.
of true agendas, understanding what are your intentions, like understanding, oh, your eyes look crooked, you're lying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you
Right.
want something more. And it doesn't have to be for like personal pleasures. There's a lot I've met a couple men and women, but men who truly just wanted to conquer me in the sense of wanting to humble me because of what they thought I was. Like, nigga, are you insane?
Right.
That don't even make sense. You must be really bored. You must be that bored, and that's sad. You know what I'm saying? But you know, outside of that assisted in my discernment, and within those lessons and navigating through those kind of relationships, I just used it. I put it in my backpack. I use it as a tool, not only to help and assist and teach other people to see what certain energies look like, but use and my children, of course, because my oldest is 18. I'm like, listen, girl, this is what this needs to look like, or nothing less. You know what I mean? But outside of rewiring my nervous system, outside of you know, contorting, I gotta change the narrative from what was once told in my previous generation to what needs to be told next generation. Because again, from what I accepted was from what I was taught, which means that's what y'all accepted because you ain't teaching me shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you taught me what you thought I needed to know. Outside, either way you put it, it needed to change. It doesn't matter. It just needed to change, and it can't keep going. You know what I'm saying? So just using my tools for what I need to use them to not only protect myself, but so I can just. The goal is live authentically. That's the goal. Live authentically. So understanding who I am, what my energy provide, and how deep I stand 10 toes down for me is and how best I can support me, because you know what's the saying, a man that falls for anything will stand for whatever that saying is. I know I said that a little wrong, but I didn't want to be nobody's fool no more, so I had to stand for something. If that something's gonna be anything, it's definitely gonna be for me.
Right.
And I had to curate a story of what that looked like. And the story is still being written.
I got a question, and I know you mentioned Eddie.
Yeah.
Who or what else gives you inspiration? I understand the relationship, the spiritual part, but I'm like, from a physical, is there anyone else in your life physically that you know personally? I know you mentioned something about the mentor or something. Who or what inspires you and why? If you don't mind answering that.
Yeah, I can answer it. A person. I know this is gonna sound crazy. A person is Viola Davis. She inspires me.
Okay.
She inspires me so deep. She gets at me. I know. I don't know if anyone's read her book, because I was trying to run away from saying her, and I was just like, it is what it is.
No,
it
don't,
is what it
don't.
is, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, like the thing. Okay, I don't know if anybody read her book, but her childhood traumatic. Her growing out of her own generational trauma, traumatic. Her navigating through her first relationship resonates. Like, she resonates with Black women in our culture, the ones who grew from poverty or lower income, the ones who had a mother who was kind of kept at a certain mental or health capacity because of where they were raised from. You know what I mean? So you can only capture so much to her growth just growing down to just like, you know, even where she stopped at a certain age, down to her facing like fertility issues, just womanhood in general, not just womanhood, but being a human and owning it. Like this woman has owned her story so deeply and so vulnerable. And it also put faith in that life doesn't start at a certain age. Life starts when you actually put intention into it. You know? So a lot of people get to a certain age and they be like, oh, it's too late for me. I'm 42. No, you just started. You just started.
Yep.
You just started, honey.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
you know, a lot of people make mistakes in their past in their 20s and 30s and be like, oh, it must be over for me because I'm old now. You know, that's what the 20s and 30s
You got
do.
time for new beginning.
A lot of times,
You got time for, you got
power.
Go ahead.
They don't understand the power in being intentional.
Exactly.
They don't realize the power of being intentional.
Yes, finding me.
When you start become intentional in what you do every day, you start to see real results.
Exactly.
And I know that some people probably not comprehending what we're saying when we say it, because again, you didn't hit that moment, that pivotal moment where it says being intentional always render results.
Always. That's your magic.
When you unintentional, when you're just randomly doing stuff and it's not really intentional,
it's chaotic.
You have no foundation with that, and that's why it has a tendency to crumble and fall.
Mm-hmm.
And the more intentional you become very wiser, strategic, and you actually start to see results.
Yep.
But go ahead. I'm just chiming in here and there.
No, please do. I love me a good conversation. I live for it. Like, but you're absolutely right. So, and by the way, I teach how to be intentional. I teach about intention, not only from personal development, but from spiritual development and what that looks like and what it can feel like. Because, you know, when people are being intentional, it is not the same for everybody. You know, people will ask you questions. Oh, when you experienced this, what did this feel like? It's not going to feel the same for me as it felt for you. Like, you know, I give the example of, you know, we both can be enjoying chicken. Everybody, we all like chicken here. I like some chicken, but the way you taste chicken is not going to be the way I taste it. It's going to be two different tastes, you know. But we both going to say this is some good chicken. But the intensity of it completely different. Like, you know what I mean? So and that's
like,
kind of what I match it to.
Yeah. I have many people tell me, they be like, yeah, you can smell drumsticks, they stink. And I'm like, what? You're saying? Like, if it's the whole chicken, why you can only smell the drumsticks? Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, somebody eat that, you be like,
if you're smelling chicken and it's stinking, you should not eat that chicken.
Right.
I should be like, Carrie. They like, I don't eat the drumstick.
Spoiled.
Yeah,
right.
You better cook it up and give it to the dog and stop playing with your gut like that.
No, I heard a couple people say that though. They be like, the legs smell different than the rest. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I just look at it like, well, I mean, they stepped in shit all their life. I don't know what the hell you smell, but I'm saying it ain't stopped me from eating it. I ain't never smell it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But you're right, though. Everybody is something different. You know what I mean? Everybody might taste something different, period. You know?
Yes.
Ingredients are like, oh, wait a minute. Like me with vegetables. I got to really overcook my vegetables because any citrus or like branch, I get sick and vomit. So I got to really cook the vegetable.
Really?
So again, yeah. Now I found out later that people were like that. You know what I mean? Again, people are different. They tell you that vegetables are the healthiest thing you can eat. But I have to turn around. I can't eat branched vegetables. I had it to be cooked well for me to eat it. It's something with the citrus in it that if it's not cooked well, like even onions, if my onions ain't cooked well, if there's raw, I'll vomit. If something in the citrus of you biting the vegetable, that if it's not cooked, I'll vomit. And like you can't even use the spoon. Yeah, like you say, you got a pasta salad, and you didn't rinse that spoon off, and you just like did that, and then try to fix my plate. I will bite it, and a few steps, I'm like, "What's in this?" And they be like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "What did you use? Because something's about to make me vomit, and I want to know what it is." And then they be like, "Oh, I got this," and I'm going, "Oh snap, I know it."
You trying to kill me?
Yeah, they trying to kill me out the pit. Yeah, yeah. That's how I used to be. But like I said, everybody again, they're different. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened to me. Like I want to say, it happened to me when I turned like 18, 19. That I developed into that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you know what I mean? It wasn't that I don't like fruit. It's like I can't eat no fruits. You know what I'm saying? And I love fruit.
Change too. As you get
Huh?
older, some of the stuff that you eat as you get older has different effect on you as you get older.
That's the
stuff
truth.
you used to eat when you were younger,
That is the truth.
you gonna have to be like, yeah, no, I can't touch that no more.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody said uncooked
Yep,
onions
and
make
vice
them burn.
versa. And vice versa. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the God honest truth.
But yeah,
And that's why when people be
Yeah.
like, you know, even like resembling that to like, you know, personal growth and spiritual growth or whatever, you're gonna change. So like the human
Mhm.
body changes every 5 to 7 years or 7 to 10 years, just depending on your own makeup, right?
Mhm.
And when I
Mhm.
like say you haven't seen a friend in like 20 years, right? And their
Mhm.
mannerisms are exactly the same, characteristics exactly the same. They still at the same old job. They still. Get the hell away from them. Something had to happen. Why you ain't changed, brother? Like it's something you did not accept. You know what I mean? And like, you know, get that they going the same way they stood still in your life, they going to make something stale in your life. Get the hell away from that person.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But it's the truth. Your body go through changes, and you just gotta accept them as they go, and just adjust. You know, and be flexible.
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
I honestly think stagnation creates frustration. Like, that's like,
And blocking you.
I don't know how people can stay stagnated. And I mean, that don't mean you have to go out there and try to change the whole world, but
No.
just,
Right.
you know, like, I think that as an individual, you should have a certain level of hunger and thirst for knowledge and progression. A certain level. You don't have to be the same level across the board, but as an individual human being, you should have a certain thirst and hunger for knowledge, progression to some level. You know what I mean? You don't have to be, you know, way up there, but if you just stagnated in your life and you look at your life and you say, man, it's been 20 years and I'm stuck in the same routine.
I'm sitting in the same one bedroom efficiency.
Man, look,
next to my mother. What?
Yeah, right.
that is insane.
Mom, Dad, be quiet.
Yeah, Mom, make some more Kool-Aid. What you doing? You
they
mad
banging
at her.
on the wall. They doing it again.
Yeah, like what's happening? No.
And I
No,
think
get
Y'all ain't
away
making
from
no
them.
more kids.
when you grow up, when you grow up around a bunch of people that don't have no ambition, don't have no drive, sit in the same routine every day. If you spend too much time, they become like them.
Yep.
Yep.
And
that's the truth.
if you spend too much time, then you become
They will
like
bring
them.
you down. They will bring you down to
no,
their
I ain't
level.
gonna never be like them. And then you said you ain't gonna be like them, but you've been doing the same thing they've been doing for a whole year now.
Yeah. Walk
Now
away.
you don't realize
Go start your new year. Start your new life.
And I tell people, I said, habits aren't bad things. Is what the habit is where the bad part starts. If I have a habit of getting up every day to progress and trying to progress, like here's the thing: if I had a habit of trying to progress and making money or trying to better my life, rather spiritually, mentally,
that's a good habit, right?
It's a good habit. If I wanted to build 1,000 cars, and I say I'm gonna make it a habit that every day I'm gonna build a car. But if I made the habit, so, you know, every day
that's
I
a good
get up,
habit.
I'm gonna go hang out with my buddies every day, and all we're gonna do is drink and get high, with no end result to that. You get what you put your time and your habit into. Most of us have habits we deal with every single day. It's just that a lot of time we don't realize if you take a habit and apply it to something productive, you'd be surprised how far you go.
Yep. All it takes is consistency and productivity and discipline. And you'll like how you said, if you engage all of those three things, like you said, drinking and smoking with your buddies, guess what you just progressed to, buddy? A crackhead. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, I guess that was your ultimate goal. Like, you know, because it only takes 21 days to gain a habit. Like, you know what I mean? It takes 21 days of repetition to gain a habit. And once you gain a habit, it now becomes a characteristic trait. Once that trait is attached to you, it is now your personality. And once that is, you have shifted. What did you shift into? What did you transform into? What did you accept or not accept? So, you know,
listen, everybody in the world is successful at doing whatever it is that they're doing. If I get up every day and I want to rob and steal, there is an end goal to that. It's called death or prison, right? Whatever. So if I end up in prison, I am successful at what I got up every day to do.
Yes.
I already knew if I got up
if you got caught, you failed.
You failed. You said you failed. You were successful and failed.
You got to try something else when you get out.
Right, yeah. But if I get up every day and I say, you know what? I want to own my own home.
Yes.
If I don't have a home and I want to own my own home, and I look at all of the steps that it takes to get there, and I start doing that on a regular basis, eventually, guess what? I'm going to end up with that.
Exactly.
Because you're putting in the time and the effort to produce. And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about being intentional.
Yep.
Right.
Because when you're intentional, there is always results out of being intentional. If I get up every day, like we say, get high every day and get drunk every day, that's intentional.
It is.
I intend to not have nothing in my life.
What a beer. But
and some people are like that too.
They are. To that cousin, you know what else I teach about relapse, right? So when I say relapse, often, you know, as soon as I say relapse, you think AA, NA, like how we were talking about drinking beer, you rehab, you think rehab, right? But because when once I teach rehab, once I teach relapse, it's because we're going on the spectrum of being intentional. You know what I mean? So what happens is when you're being intentional and you're being disciplined and you're trying to do these things, you know, I need to make a good habit. I need to make a good routine. Say you're trying to turn your life around. Say you're trying to make a twist and you're trying to progress in a positive manner, right? You have if you put it in a sense of I'm rehabbing myself, because you don't have to be rehabbing yourself from a substance, but you are rehabbing yourself. And in the sense when you are making changes, and the reason why I teach relapse within the first session is because you have to understand that some systems are flawed, and that's okay. That's okay. So as you progress, it's okay if you tend to find yourself meeting yourself back at square one, because you don't look at it as if I failed. I look at it as a base measurement of where I went, how far I went, and you know how far I went from. And this your base measurement. Like, oh my God. Yeah. It's like climbing a ladder. You know, you climb, I went 8 steps, and I look down like, I didn't even know I got that far, because no matter how, and this is what you know what I mean? This is what everything you do. Like when you so into momentum and you so focused in your intentionality and you're doing you, like for instance, when you niece, nephew, you know, y'all so you're moving, you're living, and everybody's going. And then you see them 2 years later, they taller than you. Like, when did that happen? You know what I'm saying?
You just showed me the 18. I'm like, what?
Like, she was just in a car seat. So,
You listen, you was just 18, damn it.
yeah, exactly.
I just drove down your neighborhood. I'm just saying, what?
Yeah, like where this come from? But you know, so
Yeah.
and that's why it's important to teach.
Now you got kids. I'm
Time
like,
now
wait a
for
minute.
some doors.
I ain't care.
Seriously. But yeah, man, I just think that term is so important because if you acknowledge it, because once it happened, it won't scare you and it won't scare you away from keep going. Because once it happens, it'll be an expectation, not a surprise.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. Because you was grooming yourself for it. You was going to see, like you said, it was intentional. I wanted to see the results. I wanted to be here to see the results of what I started doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's a little bit or not. You know what I mean?
And it could be disappointing that, oh my God, I'm seeing myself back at step one before I see a result. That's why people stop going to the gym. Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Stop.
Like, you know, and even
soon as
with
they
that,
look on the scale and they don't see that no numbers move, that they already, and that they don't realize that you got body fat too. So you might have adjusted your body. I mean, your body might have just looked conformed. You didn't lose weight, but you just conformed your body last night or the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, but there wasn't results of losing them. Huh?
Don't ever tell me you going to the gym. Anybody?
You say what?
I'm telling everybody. Don't ever tell me
you
going to the gym.
You be like, I'll see you when you finish. Sure, I'll see you when you done.
You just want people to be like, oh my God, what you been doing? You know what I mean? They ain't losing weight. Well, you know, when you black and you lose weight, they think you're on drugs. So
ain't that something? Ain't that something like that? I just see Lil Ronnie in them. I think they sick. Like what?
On that stuff.
Yeah, right. He's sick inside Planet Fitness. He keep going there every day. But I don't know why he's losing weight though. He must be on drugs.
It's something wrong with him. Yeah.
Yeah, something wrong with him. You know, ain't no reason him losing weight. But yeah, listen, what you do, this is why I wanted you on here, because I remember talking to you and you was telling me what you was into. I'm like, yo, never would in a million years would I think that I would be asking you to come on something to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But you've always been, we have a lot of people that's very momentous in our family and stuff like that. And when you see them and I'm watching the growth. So this Philly talk is something that's really great because people in our family don't even know this. You know what I'm saying? When I told Ronnie was like, well, what's she do? And I'm like, I'm gonna let her go on the show and tell you. And then he like, oh my God, it's so well needed. Mental health. And like, she got what? She got a whole show. He was like, you got YouTube? Like, so he's like, you got YouTube, you got a page? And he's like, no, I got 2 pages. And then what your 2 pages is about is such a needed thing because that's what we was actually trying to do to bring on this kind of talk. So I want people to go on there and see what see Nina expressingspiritual.com and yes. And I think I want to come on this show and talk about, and then we need to get together and talk about, because people don't understand about mental illness, excuse me. Mental health illness is a big thing, and everybody think that they don't have it. Just like you got a heart and a brain, you got mental illness. Trust me, you got it. It came from somewhere. Yep, it's raised illness. Don't think you better than nobody else. That's why you're going crazy, because you won't come to the grips to understand that there's something wrong. And you keep trying to go to the doctor to figure out what's wrong. Doctor can't tell you right. Can't tell you. Like I go to therapy because sometimes you answer your own question by talking. And the problem is we don't talk. I don't want nobody know my business. I don't want, like y'all talk, y'all went no spiritual where y'all like, y'all opened up and then y'all made y'all testament into something. So that's what therapy is like for me. I'm not a religious person like that, but that's what therapy was for me. It wasn't for them to answer a question. It's just for me to talk about it. And once I hear it, I'm smart enough to be like, man, did I do that? I should have did this. I said it, but I didn't think of it then when I was doing it. Now that I'm saying it, I'm like, oh man, you know what? The next time I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so that's what the therapy came for me to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it ain't that I was crazy. I am crazy, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
There you go. That's the eggshell for another day.
Yeah, that's the eggshell for another day. Like I told somebody the other day, it's crazy because this country is weird. You know, stuff that they try to fix and things like that. So one day I was talking to somebody about when you was talking about, they say, oh, you was probably doing that because your brother or sister was doing that because Buddy and Kathy was doing it. And one of our family members the kids is autistic. So they were trying to say that maybe the other kid is acting like that because they may be autistic too. And you know, you hear people, they be like, oh, my kid is on the spectrum. And they always feel like that they feel bad or sad about telling you their kid is on the spectrum. And I was telling them, I said, you know what? We always on the spectrum. I said, but goddamn, Pip, those kids are autistic, smart as hell. I said, I wish I was autistic. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was autistic. And so I'm thinking, the whole time you think about it, they've been trying to fix us not to be something. And you're not, that's not your job to fix it. That's what the part where it come with mental illness, because you're trying to make this person somebody you want them to be because of your spectrum of what you think they should be. Right. Conform them to be. You don't sit there, that's what they're supposed to be. They're smarter than us.
Yeah, because
you're trying to say they're on the spectrum.
Yeah, and if you know all that, like how we like disabilities, mental health, all of that coming from the 19th century and late 18th centuries, all of that was disbanded. So let your kid come out quote unquote unhealthy. The hospitals will either figure out a way to terminate them, if you know what I mean, or until because if you know, Pennsylvania has one of the first psychiatric hospitals ever. It was built here in Philly, right? And Friends Hospital was transformed. Yeah. So parents, like you said, parents didn't want to deal with it was societies. It was everything based off societies, yays and nays, right? That's why I feel like laws and rules is bullshit because you feel like it's not right. Who's you? Like, you know what I mean? Who's you to say something doesn't brother, you don't know my heart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something may exhibit differently physically, but that's not that doesn't mean that that's what I mean in my soul, or in my heart, right? So what they did was they took the children, they either gave the parent, or if the parent didn't admit them voluntarily, the hospital, of course, kept records, and they would send somebody out to go get the kids from the homes in order to get them out of the air. But before the hospitals were built, parents would tie the kids up to the tree until wilderness came and got them, and they wouldn't keep records of the kids. So basically, it would be like as if this human never existed, all because of shame that they felt like it would bring to the family. And that's all a part of generational trauma. This stuff gets passed down, because it's thought process. They're going whoever's doing those doings, they're going to teach the child, and that child is going to teach. And then granted, some things may even get diluted or it may evolve. So whatever teachings are, it'll either get exacerbated in a way negatively or positive, whatever is happening. But saying that to say, it's tainted. Basically, it's just tainted. So it will have to take someone to be an individual that don't mind straying away from the masses to say, I'm not doing that because it don't make me feel good.
Right. Yeah, and it's not gonna make my kid grow.
Nothing's gonna happen from this.
I think the people. I think sometimes, I look at it like this, and I agree with you. I think a lot of times it is generational trauma, and I think a lot of that stuff is mental health. So, but I think there's a small segment that you have to be very careful about, because sometimes the way people are raising their children, they train them to be mentally messed up.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yes.
They training them, and I'm saying this through experience because I watch.
I say raised illnesses.
I watch people. And I'm not mentioning names, but this was years back, and I watched them. It was sad because I wanted to do something about it, but I could not do something about it because that's that person's child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in a setting of a group of people, you know how kids are. They inquisitive. They'll talk to anybody and stuff like that. And they sat in the chair and they started asking questions. Right now, this is a little girl. In my head, I think at the time she might have been 10 years old, 9, 10 years old, whatever. We outside, it's a barbecue. We all outside. And the mother had the audacity to say, "Why are you sitting by that man? What you want to do? F him?" I kid you not.
Oh, I do remember you tell me that. Yeah, I do remember you saying that.
And I felt so bad. And the father of the child was there, but he was like a little ways. I walked over to him. I said, "Bro," I said, "I don't know if you and her are still together or not." I said, "But let me tell you what your woman just said to your daughter, what she said to your daughter." Now, I wasn't the only person that heard it. Her uncle heard it, and another person had heard it, and her sister heard it, and her sister started cussing her out for saying it. But in my head, I'm like, this child is living with this woman every single day. I can only imagine with everybody here, and you would say something like that about that to your daughter. I can only imagine how much messed up this child is going to be. But then when it comes, it kind of went back to what we started talking about being intentional, right? They were so much of professionals to trying to get everybody a check that they were trying to develop her in a way for her to be mentally messed up so they could put them on system.
Wow. Yeah.
And I noticed that everybody in that family was on some type of mental health assistance. And when I say generate, I'm not talking about just that, the whole family.
The whole family.
It was like
you're right. Yeah.
They were training people to have a certain behavior so they can go get them a check.
Yeah, I do believe
stories like that.
I've heard of that because that happened to my homie Damon, who passed away. Well, somebody killed him, but that's what happened to him. He was in a lot of slow classes. And I used to be like, how this dude slow? Like, I didn't think I was smart, but Damon was the type of person, he can make anybody mad. He was a smart ass. Like, this dude would make anybody laugh. He would bust on you and make you mad. He was very witty. He was quick with it, like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, how is he? But as again, I'm a kid, and I'm like, oh, he was in a slow class. And when we got older, he was out on the corner one day, and I took him home, and he was drunk, and he would start crying. He's like, yo, my mom told me act like I was retarded so my family can get money all these years. He said, so I had to act a certain way and be wild out so my family can have money. And I'm like, and then as he's telling me, I'm like feeling bad because I'm like, damn, you really wasn't that person. Like, he was taking his kid at this time. Listen, he was on the street hustling. He was the only dude that was going to his parent-teachers conference with his kid. Like, he was going to, the teachers didn't know what he did. He was taking his son to school. After he was taking his son to school, he taking his school son every day, picking him up, teaching him and everything like that. And then I'm like, that's crazy because he could have been so much better. He could have been so much better than what they held him down to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it was just sad, when you think about it,
Right.
That is sad.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by. That's why I think what you're doing is essential and so necessary, because I know the generational aspect of it, but I started thinking about all. And then listen, I only told that one story. There's more, and I'm not gonna get into it because we don't have that much time. But
yeah,
I only told that story to give you a perspective that there's so much with this mental health stuff, and what we got to stop doing is we got to stop making mental health patients that should not be mental health patients.
Yes.
Like, yes, I understand the trauma of it, but some of the stuff listen, the money to get a check, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how much long-term debt destruction the debt is going to do to a person, because now you just took away all of their life ambitions, dreams, and drive, and anything they could have possibly become, because you trained them to be mentally messed up.
Yep.
It could have been, you know what I mean? Like, when you start talking about people on the spectrum, they don't realize that Elon Musk, who makes Tesla, he's on the spectrum. He's diagnosed on the spectrum.
That's what I said.
But you don't know what you might have and what that person could possibly become. Because of because your lack of ability to be up more than what you are, you passed that mess down and created, took somebody instead of who could have had ambition, drive, and wanted to be something great. You took all of your mess and crammed that person into the same mess you became.
Right. Yep.
Heartless. So that's
that's why you gotta watch you keep around you. That's crazy. That's true.
That's why I say, because I say I honor you. Like I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. Listen, I'm a solo rider. A lot of time people don't realize I'm always by myself. I think the last time I might have saw you and your mom, I gave y'all a ride home. I think y'all was down North Philly.
No, oh my God, yeah.
Yes, I think that was the last time I saw. I was
a teenager, I think.
Yeah. And I think I had that black blazer. I had that black blazer then. That's how long ago that was. Yes. That was the last time.
That's some good memory.
Yeah, that was the last. And I said, man, I ain't seen her for a long time. I said, but I think that was the last time I seen you. And like I said, I bang with people, but a lot of times I'm by myself, and because I like to think. You know what I mean?
I can resonate exactly.
Right, I like to think, but I'm so glad that you're doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't have a chance to give me everything, but I am I am extremely proud of you. You know what I mean? And don't ever be a stranger to the show. If you ever have it's a moment where you got time, you say, yo, I want to come back to the show because I got something I want to talk about. The door is open for you. All you gotta do is Ann is the one who gets all the guests, so you gotta reach out to Ann.
All right.
But just keep us up to date with what's going on with you, and that's why I wanted to give you a chance to say your story the way you wanted to tell your story, not the way people want to interpret your story.
Yes,
we're not here to interpret your story. We're here to let you tell the story how you tell your story.
I love that. Thank y'all. Oh man, thank y'all so much.
Joyce,
we thank you.
One of us said, please drop your channel. Mom, I went fast. Didn't catch it.
Oh yeah.
You got a subscriber right there.
Yes. Please subscribe. It's right there on my tag, Express Spiritually or Nina. Wait, if I put it in the comments, can they see it?
Yeah, it'll come in the comments. If you put it in the comments,
put it in there, both of them.
All right, Express Spirit. Oh, I already put one of them in there. So Express Spiritually and then the other one is Nina Please. And these are my. Oh wait, I put it in the wrong one. Oops, sorry, I put it in the wrong one.
That's nothing.
It's showing up in the private. All right, there we go.
Thank you. Yeah.
There we go. Did I do it right?
Yeah. So it's this one
and
that
and
one.
Nina, please.
You know what?
People that was commenting, I didn't even see y'all. Okay.
I want to go back.
Look, they gonna come on your show now. Yeah.
I wanted to go back to somebody in the chat because, which is this person right here, Dover Dogs. Because I know on his channel he's in the sports, heavy in the sports. Like he has a basketball team that's he's registered with the ABA, but he also talks about mental health like you do, as it relates to sports people and like players and stuff like that. So I know he's trying to do something on the mental health spectrum too. So that's why I say stay up close, because it's probably something that you and him probably could collab on.
Yeah, reach out to me. Absolutely. You know what?
Yeah,
Here, let me put my email.
To you on that anyway too. Yeah, we'll definitely connect with you with that because that was one of the things that I really wanted to get with you.
He has his own channel too, but on Thursday he does Unfiltered Sports on my channel at 7:00 p.m. But he's also doing a lot of mental health stuff. So he's starting a nonprofit thing with mental health and stuff like that. He's also trying to do things with veterans and stuff like that with mental health. So there's a lot of stuff that this young man and him and trying to do. And
I didn't know that about the veterans, so I got to get him with that because I want to, I was just telling him about that. Okay.
So I didn't want to, but that's why I put it up on the screen when it was his Dogs basketball, but it says mental health awareness. he's on that not on the probably on the left scale you because you seem like you're more direct with just that altogether. But I think with him, he's on that thing because dealing with some of the basketball players and mental health and stuff like that. So I think that might be a there might be something in connection there where
please. Because I do have some familiarity with athletes and mental health because I've dealt with it before. So please, please give it.
I wanted to get back to that because I said I didn't want to bypass what he was saying. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Queen Sackcloth and everybody else that's in the chat.
Yes, hello,
in the chat. Some people already mailed out, but there's some people in there. But Joyce, she's a supporter of the channel. Queen Sackcloth, you know what I mean? She's always a supporter of the channel. Out the Pit was in there.
How y'all both? Yeah.
Not Too Late is on there. Not supporter of the channel. Dogs Basketball was in there, supporter of the channel.
Y'all.
And it was all there was a lot of people in there, in and out and stuff like that. But they love, and they the funny thing is a lot of them, they love these type of shows since we started changing a lot of things that we were doing. Bringing in different things with Philly Talk and Fire on Fridays and stuff like that. You said you were in the Firearm, so you're welcome to come to Fire on Friday too.
Yeah, you need to jump in and roll with us. Yeah, you need to roll with us, cuz.
I'm down with it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch you guys. Gonna see me again. I won't be a stranger at all.
No, I'm gonna look for you. I'm gonna look for you. We got this. Yeah.
I'm so proud that it's nothing like a good story for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. One thing about me, I don't have no hate in me. When I see somebody trying to do something, I mean, I always say I'm a cheerleader. Like I'm a cheerleader on the side. And I'm like, yes, go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you in the bull crap, I can't cheer for you. But if you're doing something meaningful and something positive, and you're doing some right thing, just know that cuz is always I'm a cheerleader on the side. You know what I mean? If you ain't got nobody ride, just know. I'm over there, Ant's over there, and a lot of other people over there. Like, go. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I really appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all.
We appreciate you so much. We needed you on here. Yeah.
Realize these are the type of people that come out of the city of Philadelphia that they don't get their accolades. You know what I mean? They put a lot of work into stuff. They put a lot of stuff. No one knows them. Nobody sees them. You know what I mean? But they still getting up every day trying to make the world a better place. And they're not out there making, got thousands and millions of fans.
Yeah, they're not entertaining you. They're trying to help you.
It's not even about that. And it ain't even about for all of that. But these are the type of people. This is exactly why me and Ant came up with Philly Talk, because we wanted to showcase every day. And listen, don't get me wrong. Some of these people are family members, and I'm like, I don't even know a lot of what they're doing, only because I'm all here doing my own thing, and I'm always, I'm always busy. I mean, so it's nothing personal. It's just I'm very self-motivated. Yeah, like you said, it don't matter how old you are. You know what I mean? I'm in my 50s, and I'm still trying to do stuff like I'm in my 20s. Like I got to get there. Yeah. So it's like there is no quitting me until I hit that graveyard. You know what I mean?
There you go. Keep the momentum.
And I appreciate you coming. And I mean, again, I appreciate what you're doing. And Ant been finding some real quality stuff. And like I started this YouTube page a little while back, and I had something in my head. And this is what I mean by intentional. I had something in my head. And what I'm doing today is exactly what I had in my head.
Beautiful.
I did not want it to be a YouTube channel where it was one-dimensional. Now, don't get me wrong. At one point, it did get one-dimensional, kind of. But once that time period kind of passed, I said, listen, now I want to get back to what I originally wanted to do with this channel, which was I did not want the channel to be about me. I wanted to build a platform where I can tell my story. Other people can tell their story. I wanted to build around, and I wanted to. This is the OG network is more like a combination of different things, and using my channel to showcase it. So it's not so much about me, because some of the people that be on my channel, once they go live, I'm out the way. I'm not even there. Like when Unfiltered Sports do his show, I'm not there. I let him do his show the way he do his show. And
Mhm.
Anthony, brother, we've been talking. There's a good chance he might be having a segment on the channel just to do his show. So if you ever get a point when you say, "Cuz, do you have an open spot that I can get one day a week where I can just talk my talk?
You got it.
I want to talk my talk. It's yours." I mean, if we
Beautiful. I
can
love
find a
that.
space, we can find a space and in time for that. My channel is still growing. We have a little more than 5,000 subscribers right now.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, and we still growing. I put a lot of work into this, really did, but it was intentional, and I was hoping to get to this point. And I'm not going to stop doing what I do.
Don't stop. Y'all see where intentions get y'all? Growth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it gives, like I said, people like yourself, and I'm so proud of you. I'm proud to hear that. And I thought back, and I got a memory sometimes like an elephant. I was like, man, I remember when I picked in that, and I think I was coming out of Dunkin' Donuts when I saw y'all.
That's hilarious because my memory is so bad, but it gets triggered.
I know
and
he
you
over
are
there laughing
right.
because he like, dang, over that Dunkin' Donuts, Ron and Donuts. Everybody know I love
Donuts.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He said Dunkin' Donuts. I said, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, we was there. We was there.
That was so long ago, man. And I was like, and I just remember, and I was just like, you know what I mean? So to see that from that time, and I don't think we might have seen each other between them, but that's the one thing I do remember. I mean, I know we had family reunions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was about to say family reunion, but I'd be in and out.
Yeah, but that was the one that I remember the most. Was like, I just remember when I dropped y'all, when I dropped y'all off at the house, and you were so young then, but I'm so proud of you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So am I. I'm always just proud of you.
Thank y'all so much. These flowers y'all done gave me smell so good.
We
Yeah, people don't give you your flowers all the time. And this is that. I'm going to sleep good tonight. This felt great.
Yeah, and
listen, wow! I
appreciate you. And listen, I know Ant feel 100% the same way I feel, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love it when I see people doing meaningful stuff. And my thing is that, and I hope that you don't ever let anything stop you from doing what you're doing.
No, I didn't get too far to stop. Right. It tried, but I'm gonna keep going because I know what I know my purpose now for my community. So
I gotta you already know it ain't just about you.
It's not just about me. It's bigger than me.
Right. Listen, when people say that, people don't understand when someone says that, like when they really say that. That's telling them as much as I may want to stop, I can't because it just don't affect me no more.
It's not just about me.
You're right.
It ain't just about me no more. It's going to affect a lot of other things that is necessary. And I'm like I said, and again, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Get on, stay on that train, and just push that throttle forward. And matter of fact, just cut the brake line. Don't just once you get it full flat,
don't stop.
Cut the
brake line. I'm going. Y'all just wait.
And I hope it's the money train.
You want to get on this train? You gotta run fast and jump.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh man, this is awesome. I really am grateful. Thank y'all.
Yeah, this was fun.
We're gonna do this again for sure. Yes.
Yeah,
we're gonna do this again for sure.
Let me know.
I will.
All right.
Other than the immature ones that sometimes they come in, I get them all the time. It is what
that's okay. But it don't bother. It
ain't gonna move me. Send your trolls to our show.
The Fracas Show, they won't come.
Yeah. Send them to the Fracas Show. Yeah. Sunday, 12 p.m. Anybody trolling you, you want them to get off you, say, listen, if you really want some smoke, some fire, go to the Fracas Show Sunday, 12 p.m.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's what the Fracas Show for.
Listen,
we for the troll.
A couple months ago, I had this guy. He created this guy. It was an old podcast I was co-hosting. I was on, and I left because he was he's being weird, and I'm like, it just wasn't what I was about. This not what I aligned to. So and it was just weird. Very female stuff. And he created a whole show just to bash me. As I told you, he was a female. What? Yeah.
Oh, you should have. What's this joint? You know it?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, please do. We're gonna invite him to the show.
Yeah,
we're gonna invite him to the show. You want to go pick on a woman?
Yeah. I'll send you the show so you can watch it. It was the weirdest thing I ever experienced.
We got that.
Well,
yeah.
My thing is just again.
Thank you for subscribing.
If they want to troll, say
No, you're supposed to.
You want that smoke? Go to the Fracker show. My cousin and them go to their show.
Go over there.
Go over there.
Yep.
I mean, they give you all the smoke. We invite the smoke.
We got that.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it right over there. Yeah. I just gracefully bowed out because I don't argue with women. But I just gracefully bowed out. I don't do all that arguing back and forth. I was like, go ahead, ma'am, you got it.
You got to argue with women. You was already clowning him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah.
We got him. Yeah. Hey, but listen, I appreciate this talk. You know what I mean? I've always been proud of you from the moment you told me what you was doing. And I was like overwhelmed. I'm like, really? Yeah. So I was like blown. And this is the opportunity to actually get on here and have you talk about it. And I can't wait to come on your show and talk about it because again, we talked about relationships, we talked about holistic stuff, and so it's definitely in mental illness. Like this, all the things that I was actually trying to gear up and talk about. So again, whether it be dog basketball or me or whatever, but we definitely going to get back connected with you so we can do this stuff for real. Because it ain't about us; it's about people out here. You know what I mean?
About the community.
Who don't have nobody.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Community equals unity. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We doing our little small part. That's all. We doing our little small part.
Make something bigger. I appreciate y'all, man. Well, I hope y'all enjoy your night. Please don't forget to send me the link. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
I feel you.
We got
it right.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, and
good night, man.
Still on the live. Make sure y'all hit that. Make sure y'all use that OG Network code OG Network 26, so y'all get that 15% discount off of all that top to bottom hair and skincare products. And don't forget, y'all, they make wonderful candles too, as y'all can see, because I always keep my candles burning. I had to blow this one out with this. I done ran through another one. But yeah, if y'all use OG Network 26, you get a 15% discount on all your purchases of $35 and more. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, when we close out this video, y'all gonna get a 30-second commercial letting y'all know what the product is and what they're about. And like, cuz, thank you so much for coming to the show. We appreciate you taking the time out. I mean, if y'all need help with that mental, y'all know what to do.
Come see me.
Come see it. Go see it.
Joyce just said this has been. Oh, there you took it down.
Yeah,
but Joyce is definite. Joyce says this has been meaningful for me. Thank you, each of you. Oh, thank you, Joyce. I didn't know you included. Yeah. But we're glad it was a meaningful show to you. I mean, we're gonna have plenty more. We appreciate you, Joyce.
We're working on it. I mean, and so far so good. We've been getting some good ones, and like I said, we appreciate you so much. And like I said, anytime you open to the show, just reach out to Ant, let him know. Ant does all the scheduling for the show. He picks the guests and stuff like that. Once in a while, I might throw something, something in there, but I leave it solely up to him. He gets the people on there. So anytime you like, Ant, I got something I want to reach out to the public about. You're welcome to the show. The door is wide open for you. Anytime you want to come back, I mean, you're welcome to come back. Even if it made you, promote your channel, maybe something else that you're doing that you want to promote, whatever. It don't matter what it is. The door's open for you. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Yeah, and if I get that girl boy on our show, I'm definitely gonna call you. Let you listen. Tune in, cuz.
Yep, I'll be right there, front and center.
We about to burn his ass.
Yep, front and center. Yes.
If it plays out like we wanted to play out, it's gonna be a whole lot of shorts too.
Yes.
Good, because he did it to
Yes.
me. Good,
Yes,
perfect.
yeah,
Get
we
him.
got you.
Yeah. Joyce, you're right
Yeah.
with the candles. Man, I'm out of candles, and I done burnt through everything I had, bro. I gotta order more
Yeah.
candles.
I
Yeah,
gotta
make
give
sure
me
you
some.
sell candles then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the company that I buy them from, they sell candles. But I'm gonna tell you something. Out of all the candles, I don't buy a lot of candles. I'm actually kind of hooked on now. But they candles smell good from the first burn to the last burn. I've never had one. I've
I
never had
love
one
candles.
that, like, you know how you get a candle, it might smell good when you first light it. From
Yeah,
the
that's
first
true.
burn, this candle, look, it's
The
empty.
last one. Oh, it smells good then.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
telling you.
usually
Yeah.
we stop halfway and be like, oh, well, forget it.
When you
No, you're right.
like that, you know it smell good. Look.
Listen, I can go get more jars and show you how much I burnt through every last one. They just, that's why,
Yeah.
you know, when
All
I partner
Johnny,
with,
all his jars wound up with a floor. And then you can
They
use
all
it.
got their
And they
own
so
baseboards.
big. Yeah, and they so big you can use them for something else. So that's what's the great about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The containers are they can still be used for something else. You know what I mean? That's what I like about also the product as well.
Oh, that's good.
But
That's
it
good.
looked like Ronnie froze up here. Looked like he froze up, but he'll be back on here. But listen, it was definitely a joy. I surely want you to come back. I surely wanted to have these conversations because this is what this YouTube is for me, is therapy. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why Ronnie invited me on. I was like, man, I don't know about that. But it wound up being therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially moving out on Ohio, and not having all my doctors and everything to talk to. So, but I definitely appreciate it. We definitely gonna have more talks because we in our realm right now. This is 26. We are all in our realm and for our changes, and that we can make changes in other people. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to start over the new year anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your resolution is. Yeah. So let's start it off like this. That's it.
Amen. Yeah. Thanks for having me, y'all. Thanks for
anytime.
So I'll be
I appreciate
on
you
soon.
for coming on.
All right. So, and y'all have a good night. Love you too. Tell them I say good night.
I will. We'll get with you later. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, y'all. How y'all doing? Ronnie's having some difficulties right now. So as y'all left up with me, I don't know if y'all afraid, but y'all with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all still hear me? Somebody respond. But I know when we're gonna close the show out, we want to definitely play the commercial as we end out. But we want to appreciate everybody for coming out and hearing what we had to say on Monday on Philly Talk. And we're going to just try to keep pushing them for more different great stories of great people. You know what I'm saying?
So do you want to let me back in?
Oh, okay. Hey, he's back. I'm done with hosting it, y'all.
Anyway,
all right. You didn't hear what I had to say, so go ahead. Go ahead and close it out, Ron.
Appreciate you, man. We get ready to close out. Everybody have a blessed, wonderful day. We out of here. Peace. Before the StreamYard start acting up again.
Yeah, I'm out.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.